There's no place quite like Ashland, Oregon, so I thought I'd share some of the things that people love about living in Ashland. Hey everyone, my name is Simona Feno and welcome to Living Southern Oregon. So there is so much to love about living in Ashland, Oregon. It's a fantastic town and it is one of the most desirable places to live in Southern Oregon. It's also a really popular vacation destination, especially for folks living in the Bay Area, Portland, or really any part of the West Coast. So in addition to providing some of the reasons that I love Ashland, I've also asked several folks who live in Ashland what they appreciate most about living there. All right, well, let's dive in and hear what everyone has to say. All right, number one is the location. So Ashland is just off the I-5, which makes it a popular spot for travelers to stop through, which brings a lot of business to town. And because Ashland is right between San Francisco and Portland, they also get some great musicians and performances coming through. Now, a lot of people love how close it is to California, because guess what? It's no secret that people have been moving from California to Ashland and other parts of Oregon for decades. And because Ashland is right on the border of California, it just makes it really easy for all those California transplants to drive back to California to visit family or friends, or to receive visits from family and friends. Another thing people love is the vibrant downtown, because the downtown has a special feel, and I think a big part of that is because of the historic district that has buildings that go back to the 1800s, and that lends a great visual character to the town. There's also a great mix of theaters, restaurants, cafes, bars, and shops. Now, everyone has their favorite spots, but because I love to dance, one of my favorite little-known spots is Beat Farm. It's a mini nightclub and it's a dance venue where the decor is spot on, and of course the DJs are fantastic. All right, well, one of the best times to head downtown is for events like their First Friday. Then the downtown just comes alive. There's music, special exhibits, sometimes shops offer appetizers and wine, that kind of thing. All right, the other big reason people love Ashland is, of course, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. It is one of the most exciting things about Ashland. So it started back in 1935 and it's grown into a huge theater festival, and that is known all over the country. Now, every year they put on up to maybe 10 or so plays and musicals. So there's always something new. There are 3 theaters, so it's not just one theater, there are 3 theaters, and they're pretty famous for bringing Shakespeare plays to life in really creative ways. But if you're not a Shakespeare person, they also perform lots of other classics and even brand new plays. So Oregon Shakespeare Festival makes Ashland feel like an artsy, creative place. Not just feel, it is. Because it's not just about the plays, it's inspired art galleries, live music, and a lot of fun cultural events all over town. And the festival also is invested in teaching people about theater, which brings community closer together. They even won a Tony Award for being an amazing regional theater. So if you love the arts, OSF is one of the best reasons to visit Ashland. All right, next, I can't go without saying that you're just immersed in nature and there are tons of outdoor activities. Ashland is a dream come true for anyone who loves being outside. You've got the Siskiyou Mountains on one side, the Cascade Mountains on the other side, and there's just gonna be beautiful nature wherever you go. Biking, hiking, skiing, taking in views, picnicking. I mean, no matter where you go, what you love to do, you'll probably find it. I personally love road biking, and the Bear Creek Greenway is a trail that goes for 20 miles. So if you're into mountain biking though, there's Lithia Park Trail, Ashland Watershed Trail. I mean, there's just so much to do in terms of biking. When winter comes, and actually it is snowing outside as I'm doing this one, Mount Ashland is only a short drive from downtown, and they have slopes for beginners and pros. The views up there are breathtaking. I've actually gone up and just hung out at the lodge and had a glass of wine. That is also lovely because I'm not a skier or a snowboarder. There's also the Pacific Crest Trail. And then, of course, if you really want to go kayaking or fishing, all of that is nearby as well. All right, the next thing that people really love is Lithia Park. It is a gorgeous outdoor oasis. It is magical and it is right in town. And I didn't know this, but it covers 93 acres. So whether you're just going on a little stroll or just chilling out by the creek or maybe checking out the Japanese gardens, there's pretty much something for everyone. And on hot days, the kids love splashing around in Ashland Creek. Like I said, plenty of spots for picnics, the walking paths. It is really beautiful. The park also gets packed with some fun activities. So there's pickleball, you can join a league if you want, but one of the coolest things, because again, I love to dance, once a month in the summer times, they often do silent disco. And this is where people dance to music through wireless headphones. It's a super fun experience if you haven't tried it. I highly recommend it. And yes, you can expect to see me at many a silent disco. All right, the other thing that a lot of folks said that they love about Ashland is the community. And it's one of the biggest reasons that people gave me. It's home to so many amazing people. There are world travelers, writers, artists, actors, and other creatives. Basically, there's a lot of talent in Ashland. A friend of mine said she also appreciates that there are people of different political and educational backgrounds, and she feels like that helps people's minds stay open and people are learning from each other. People also genuinely care about the community and they're really invested in making it a wonderful place to live. Ashland is also very welcoming and open-minded. It's known for being queer-friendly, and while the population is still primarily white, the community is very welcoming to people of all backgrounds. Ashland also has a very eco-friendly vibe. So the community is focused on living green and has a big goal of reaching a net zero or zero net greenhouse by 2050. This makes Ashland a great place for those who care about sustainability and protecting nature. All right, another reason, and this is one reason I love Ashland, is the food and the wine. So we have access to fantastic food because there's so much farmland nearby. Plus there are some amazing restaurants and wineries. Now back to the farmland thing, one of the things that I love about that is that it gives you some great opportunities to connect with local farmers, either at the farmers market or in some cases directly at their farms. Now what you're going to find as you're driving through some of these beautiful rural areas, you're going to see farm stands offering everything from eggs to fresh produce or flowers. But if you're wanting a regular spot to buy produce, the farmer's market is the place to go. And then the other thing several folks mentioned was the access to amazing grocery stores. So while you do have to drive to Medford to hit up Costco, Ashland has a solid handful of excellent grocery stores. Now my two favorites are Shop & Cart and the Ashland Co-op. Shop & Cart is going to be a little less expensive. Both offer excellent produce, a large selection of bulk items, along with great selections of supplements and herbs. There's also Market of Choice, which is another spot for organic, high-quality food. And then you have your traditional stores like Safeway and Albertsons. All right, well, now after hearing all of this great information about Ashland, you might be feeling Ashland is the spot for you. Now, if that's the case and you'd like to start your home search or learn more about the real estate market in Ashland, be sure to give me a call. I can be reached at 541-326-2552. And of course, if you liked this video, do me a favor, subscribe, like, do all the things. I appreciate it. All right, once again, my name is Simona Feno. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.